My stance on the drug testing issue is the department is claiming that we don't have the ability to benefit from reunification services. Well, so far, they've denied us the reunification services, so of course we wouldn't have the ability to benefit because they haven't been provided. It's kind of a catch-22. I have actually had to go to a nonprofit to try to get the services that were denied to me, and I've been working with a licensed marriage and family therapist at Sierra Vista. I'm going to have to give her a call in a few minutes regarding our most recent visit. I do know one of the services that they can provide us is supervised visitation, which the department has said is too time consuming to provide for our son, despite the fact that at our most recent TDM it was agreed that visits were to continue to make things, still go as normally as possible. In court, I have heard them make all kinds of claims about how it's very difficult for the department and it's very difficult for my stepmother and father to do visits because of the fact that we live in Merced. My parents live in Modesto, and the department happens to be in Mariposa. Now we expressed a willingness to travel to Mariposa if need be. My Now, mind you, my husband and I don't have a vehicle. We don't have licenses, and we have to sort of scramble around just to find a way to get to Mariposa. We are fortunate in the fact that we do have a very strong support network of people, including, my mother and father-in-law, Jim and Linda Casey, Jennifer Gleason, our advocate, and several other friends who are willing to help us in this endeavor. My father and my stepmother have two vehicles. They both have license. My father actually drives for a living, and are claiming that it's too difficult for them to have to coordinate visits. I don't think this is about it being difficult for them. I don't think this is about the fact that it's just simply not wanting to travel that far. We're not, having the gas money when they're paid at least $400 from the state of California to take care of my son. I mean, there's plenty of money there that they could, pay for gas, at least occasionally. I know on the few occasions that we were able to get my father to come out and take us to their house, we actually had to give them gas money, and I don't really, I'm not there every day and I don't understand the situation, but I do know that when we've gone to my father's house, we were not treated as though we were welcome. We were not treated as if we were family. It was clearly a very pressure-filled situation, and it was not a friendly environment. This was not the case before my father had custody of my son. It was almost as if we were fighting this battle together because the department had already decided that they wanted to adopt my son out to Michelle Turpin, the foster parent that he was with at that time. I fought relentlessly to get my child placed with my father because I knew that according to the laws of the state of California and according to federal laws, relative placement was the preferred placement option even before putting a child in foster care. Um, they tried to make several claims about my father before my son was finally approved to go to my father's foster home, and one of them was that they supposedly found my father, who is licensed by the state of California, unfit. Now, I don't know if this was actually said or if it was just what my attorney, Thomas Cook, told me in order to try to silence the issue. I do know, however, that I pointed out that it was not possible for them to claim that he was unfit when he himself was licensed by the state of California. I do know that they lied to Judge Parrish on more than one occasion and said that they had visited my father's foster home before they actually did so. I know that Judge Wayne Parrish appeared aware that they were not being completely honest with him, and I know that the evening that this happened, I called my father from the motel room that we were staying at because we were, doing parenting classes, and we happened to live in Merced, so we were staying in a motel room during the duration of the week because the parenting classes happened to happen after the bus system leaves. Anyways, I called my father that evening and I asked him if there had been any visit made to his foster home, and his exact words to me were that the social worker was lying through her stinking teeth, that no one had been by to visit, that nothing was going on. that there was no visit, there was no, so-called home assessment, and I was already aware this was true. I was just calling my father to confirm it.